Welcome to the Road Legends podcast, bringing you all the latest from Trucker J, Kev T, Luke C, Trucker Jenko, and Scott Andrews.
Hello and welcome to this fourth episode of the Road Legends podcast. Nice to see you all once again listening in. We are 5 YouTubers that record our various trucking adventures. I'm Scott Andrews, and today we are joined by Trucker Jenko, Kev T, Luke C and HGV, and live from Kellogg's, we have Trucker J as well. He's on the job at the moment. You okay, Jay?
Yes, I am. I am, yes, but you'll have to ignore the reverse beepers of my colleague reversing next to me.
How's everyone doing?
Great. It's dedication, that's why I'm here, mate.
Dedication. You work on a Saturday?
Yeah, well, yeah, but only for extra money, though. Wouldn't do it for anything normal money.
Oh, of course.
Hey Jay, you're at Kellogg's, right?
Kellogg's in Manchester, yeah.
Do you know, right? You should never pour cereal down the loo. Do you know why?
I've never given it much thought, Luke, but I'm curious now. Do tell me.
It Kellogg's up your toilet.
Can we have an official drum roll for that, please?
Oh, dear.
Right, I've heard some bad jokes, but that was bad.
What do Disney and Kellogg's have in common?
Go on.
They both make Pop-Tarts.
Don't get it.
Go on, no, carry on. They're rubbish jokes.
Have you been reading the Penguin? Reading the Penguin jar?
Yeah, basically.
Well, that was wonderful.
That was a terrible start.
Martin has just left. Why has Martin just left? Okay, this podcast is going very well all of a sudden.
This is almost as bad as our last one.
Just go with it.
Well, I was listening to your last podcast, but Kev's got the rum out. What's he got out there? Captain Morgan.
Hey, Kev, I didn't know you were cool.
Oh, yeah.
It's not rhubarb and custard gin, though, is it?
Oh, again with the gin.
I still need to try that.
Oh, that's how I'm going to bring a selection of different gins, right, to where we're going. Where's the next place? Devon, the Devon Truck Show. I'm going to bring a selection of different flavours, and the dandelion and burdock ciders and stuff like that.
Oh yes.
I will be bringing the Corona.
No, Luke, right, you can have one capful.
No,
I know you get dry very quick.
Do not bring Corona to the show. This is the whole reason we haven't been to a show for a long, long time.
It's my favourite drink. And it's cheap at the moment.
Oh, the drink. Okay.
I will bring Pisswasser or Budweiser, whatever you want to call it.
Just call it
Pisswasser.
No, you're supposed to throw that out your window at passing hookers or hitchhikers.
10 trucker points. Piss bottle. Anyway, Martin, are you back? Are you back with us?
I'm back, yes. I don't know what happened there. My internet connection just completely went on me.
Oh,
we do live in Wales.
that's Wales for you, isn't it?
Yeah. But yes, I'm back. Hello all.
Does everybody know how much a cornflake weighs?
Oh,
Go on.
What? Go on.
1 kilogram.
Wow.
You just brought that up on the computer, didn't you? Because you'd never think of something like that yourself.
Hey, Martin, why so cereals?
Well,
I really want Jay to go and see someone now and tell them these jokes in Kellogg's.
That's the last one now. That's bad. I'm stopping. I'm sorry.
You can tell you're a dad with these dad jokes.
Yeah.
Yes. Should we talk about trucking?
No. Do we have to?
What's new?
What's new? Pussycat.
Oh, whoa.
Who's that? Who the hell said that?
Sorry. I was gonna give that full send, but then I hesitated and it just sounded like that.
I'm glad you took it up, because when I said that, I thought I was going to be left hanging then.
Is it like a hanging high five?
Yeah.
It's been confirmed that the start of next month, I'm gonna get a brand new second-hand truck.
A brand new second-hand truck.
New second truck.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a 14 plate instead of a 13, is it?
Do you know what? You joke. I believe it is. I believe it's 6 months newer than the one I've got now. Yeah, it's just the new facelift one. So it's in the yard now. But
so it's going to be a 106 then.
Yeah. Do you know technically it's not actually a 106? They're not actually called 106s. You know that?
All right, Norman.
Did you know it's not called a DAF 106? It's just a DAF.
The 106s are actually 105s, but they're called Euro 6s.
Has anyone ever seen the original advert for the DAF 105, or was it 105, whatever it was when it first came out? I think 90s. It's really funny. I'm gonna get it and show you guys.
Yeah, you'll have to pass it over.
Well, like a video advert.
Yeah, it's so cheesy. It's all about the technological advances, and it's just it's crap.
I like the Mr. Bean video. I like trucking.
That's not Mr. Bean, is it?
That's
Well, it's Rowan Atkinson.
not the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. The trucking song. I like
Yeah.
trucking.
Oh yeah.
I like to truck.
So 6 months newer, Luke.
Yeah, it's 6 months newer, but it's Euro 6, which means I can go into areas with like low emission zones. So a lot of them are coming around now in major cities like London.
Yeah. I think Bath's having one recently.
Bath's got one
Total
now. Yeah, Bath is active right now. Birmingham's coming soon as well.
Yeah.
Say
It's
Bath.
just like a very small proportion within the city centre. That's all it is.
Yeah, but
Is it
Bath
Bath
have
or
also
Bath?
got the weight restriction on the bridge as well now, haven't they?
Yeah,
And it's a long ass diversion for that one.
but the low emission zone in Bath isn't actually where that bridge is. It's a bit more in Bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the city centre, isn't it?
Yeah.
What, where the coach station is?
Yeah, that's right, Jay, right now.
Didn't I hear someone say where the low emissions are in Bath is? I'm not really too familiar with Bath myself, but just like
Neither am I.
a bit of it peeks through to like the main road, so you're basically knackered either way.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like the main road is on the boundary.
Well, I don't know if
Oh,
anyone's been to the Juice in there in Bath. I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
have
have.
to go around the houses just to get that anyway because of the low bridge. I mean, it's ridiculously tight to get around there anyway. With more restrictions in there now, I mean, God knows how they're going to get the goods into some of these places where it's not practical to deliver small amounts. It has to come on a lorry, otherwise it's just not economical to order the stuff.
Yeah, well, you hear people saying it with regards to London and all that. Oh, we shouldn't be going in. We should be delivering them inside London on vans or things. Well, it's either one lorry or like 100 vans.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
The thing is, right, it will alleviate the emission zone somewhat in Bath, but it will just increase it elsewhere because now everyone else has to take a different route. So, like for me, for example, if I wanted to go down south, rather than go via Bath now, I'd go via Chippenham on the A350 and like go down to like sort of Yeovil, Somerset that way.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the official diversion anyway. It's down to 350, isn't it?
Possibly.
Yeah, you say down the 350. Didn't you go down there recently and sort of not the right way?
That was me, wasn't it?
Oh, was that you?
Or was it? Oh, no, it wasn't me. I
Is
was
there
on the
a-
350 this week.
Isn't there a one-way system in the 350 somewhere where trucks have to go a certain way and Luke didn't?
Oh, yeah, that's down my way, isn't it?
Yeah, that was down. What was that called? That road? There's a Facebook page and
That's-
everything in there.
Yeah, Dina's Hollow.
And
No,
there's an audio clip as well in there somewhere of Luke.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I may have gone the wrong way, but it's fine. I didn't get stuck. I didn't cause any problems. So
You're very lucky. Very lucky.
Yeah, I remember you saying that to him, Kev, at the time.
When Kev told you about the Facebook page, you were scanning it like every hour, saying, "Am I on there? Am I on there?"
my first thought was, I want a shot of the truck from outside. I want to be caught.
Your second thought was, "Oh wait, I need my job."
I don't think my boss would mind. He's sound
Some guy, Mr. Harry.
with my 6 month newer truck.
He says you are not older.
Yeah, no, wow, yeah.
No.
Well,
no,
as long
no,
as
yeah,
as,
no.
as long as it's a sound truck. I mean, what's the spec like on it? Same spec, different spec, higher spec, lower spec.
Same spec, just a facelift, isn't it? Pretty much.
So higher spec then.
The Euro 6, yeah. Have you not
Right,
missed
that's the
it?
only. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's the only difference is the Euro 6.
Yeah. The only difference is Euro 6, and it is the new facelift model.
Well, it's
the
not
new-
really new, is it?
The new one was 2017. Man.
Whatever.
Again, show my knowledge. Daft Driver Champion, dirt off the shoulder.
Oh,
But,
there we go.
Get your tongue out of Daft's ass.
Do you know, the worst thing, going back to this London congestion zone and DVS and all the rest of it, the worst thing about it is all these politicians, they sort of vilify, don't they, trucks and lorries going into London and everything.
Yeah.
And the worst thing is that filters down to the general public, doesn't it? So everyone has this real shit opinion of trucks going into cities and truck drivers and, you know, the nasty beasts. And it's no wonder that you get all this, you know, hatred from cyclists towards truck drivers and everything like that, isn't it?
Well, they're always looking for an argument.
There was,
Yeah.
there was a news report not too long ago of trucks going through some village, I don't know, but they were getting school kids in Ivis to like put the thumbs down at the truck and everything. Oh, I hate truckers, I hate truck drivers. Just really bad, isn't it?
Well, that's going to have a massive knock-on effect there. Like, okay, teach those kids blah 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 to, for example, whatever they were doing, stop speeding through the village, and like that's going to make them think, oh, we hate trucks, so they're not going to want to, for example, come into the trucking industry, which apparently, if you depending on who you listen to, there's a massive driver shortage.
Yeah, that's coming up again now, isn't it?
Oh, every
Yeah.
year.
Oh yeah. Well, we will. What is it? I heard something from the early 2000s about how there was a driver shortage back then. I mean, 20 years later.
The thing is, if there really was a driver shortage, we'd be on fantastic wage. And that's the top and bottom of it. They're just people just kicking up a stink because drivers. Basically, I think the CPC put a lot of people off. My uncle, when the CPC came in, he says, "I'm not paying somebody else £500 a year to. Oh, it wasn't £500 a year, but obviously for the whole lot to teach me something I do every single day of my life." So you just give it up. Just give up lorry driving.
Yeah, lots of people did.
You say it raised about pay and minimum wage and all that. I'm pretty sure Denmark recently increased theirs to about the equivalent of £19 an hour.
Yeah.
I'm going to Denmark. Anyone coming to Denmark?
I'll join you.
Yeah, so I mean,
It depends on the cost of living over there.
oh, it's probably way more than if
Yeah,
if they're paying
imagine so.
£19 an hour, damn. But yeah, like you said, if it really is that bad, I mean, they'd put the wages up.
Yeah, I don't think there is a driver shortage. I do think companies struggle to find drivers to keep them. But that's just, as far as I'm with it, since I've been in the industry, it's just how it's always been.
There's not a shortage. I think there's more of a shortage of good quality drivers.
Yeah.
Because I've got a friend who
No.
he's an owner driver. Yeah, I have. Believe it or not, I've got a friend who's an owner driver, and he's at that point now where he wants to expand, bring on another truck. The only thing that's stopping him is he can't find a driver.
Well, the funny thing is, I was offered a job. This guy I know, he's got his own truck. He does Amazon runs, and basically he's been doing that for about 6 months, and he's doing quite well with it. And he offered me a job on a Scania R450 with a good wage. Offered me a good wage, but I just thought, do you know what? He's only been doing it for so long; it could fall flat on his face, and he'd be out of job. And I turned it down. But I spoke to him again. He said nobody wants to do it because there's a risk there.
Yeah.
But I mean, so I suppose there's different reasons why you can't keep or retain drivers sometimes, and some of them are just genuine reasons.
I can see why people wouldn't want to go for that because of the reasons you just mentioned, but I know for a fact there'll be loads of people who would want that job purely because he's just
Scania.
started out. Well, but no, purely because small firm and up and coming and growing. And I mean, Luke, you got a new job. The company was less than a year old when you got your job.
Yeah, less than a year old, and they've actually like blossomed recently.
Well, another reason I did turn it down as well is because of Brexit and the pandemic. So I thought, if he's still got a job going after Brexit settled down and the pandemic's over, then I'll gladly go and work for him.
Yeah, there was a lot of uncertainty at that point, wasn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's still a little bit uncertain now. We're not as busy. I mean, all we primarily do is take stuff to and from North and South Island, and it has slowed a bit. The yard's not as busy as it used to be. It's slowly coming back, but I mean, it has an impact.
Yeah.
Oh, your yard now.
Yeah. I don't know about the other yards because I seem to be doing a lot more internal runs because I'm not used to doing it. Like yesterday, I was down in Cardiff, and that was a run for Scotland. So yeah, we seem to be doing a lot more UK to UK at the moment.
All right. Yeah, but with the whole thing on the wages, I mean, where you live, that greatly dictates the wage as well. For example, around London, you're going to be paying, I would say, nearly twice as much as you would say down by us in the West Wales.
Say, some truck drivers are on £1,000 a week.
But they've been saying that for years.
Yeah, if you believe what they say.
But yeah. Anyone who's like just getting into the industry and listen to this podcast, when drivers tell you that they're on £1,000 a week, unless they're like not paying any tax whatsoever, they're full of it. They're absolutely talking crap. Yeah, it's just Because
the thing is, you know, there is the issue with wages, but you know, where's that money going to come from? You know, is there money in, you know, the loads that the company is being paid for to increase the wages, or are the companies going to have to increase the cost of products and deliveries to try and cover that cost?
Well, just get rid of Eddie Stobart and everything else will settle down as it should be. Because they just undercut everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have the best reputation back in the day, did they? Because of that.
No, they put a lot of people, lot of small companies out of business, didn't they?
Going back to what Scott was saying about being paid more if you were closer to London. I used to work for a company, Couriers BC World. I know it's not trucking related, but I worked for them, and I worked in their Bath store, and I moved from their Bath store to whatever. I moved from their Bath store to their Chippenham store, and then I moved from their Chippenham store to their Swindon store. Now, when I moved to the Swindon store, I got paid an extra £1 an hour just because it was closer to London.
Is that why you left, is it?
No, I left because I wanted to become a truck driver.
How's that working out?
So what happened there then?
Oh, it's going absolutely fine.
It became a
decision I
tipper.
ever made.
And now you're earning £1,000 a week.
No. No.
Quite far from it.
A friend of mine, he was doing like setting up stages and stuff in Europe. Because he's in Europe, he only pays 5% tax. And I actually seen the wage slip. It was £905 a week after tax. So I suppose there's some jobs that you can actually earn the money.
Yeah, if you get on the right work and it's specialist, then you can earn the good money, especially if you're going to put the hours in. But in general, it's not great, is it?
You say specialist now. You know, on all these trucking groups on Facebook, every so often you'll get a question about someone asking about things like petrol tankers, you know, chemical work, ADR work.
ADR, yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll always start the same argument saying, boys on the old contracts were earning, say, £1,000 a week, but now you're lucky to get 400 take home.
Yeah.
I was like, what? It can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say there was a job going at Manchester Airport for aircraft refueling, and you needed to have your security clearance, which wouldn't have been a problem, but then you need to have your ADR. And like when you look at the wages, you think you're going through all that jumping around, and it was crap. I just wasn't worth it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the thing is what they do now is like, sorry, Scott, is like BP, for instance, with the petrochemical stuff. They used to do all their own tanker work, and it used to, you know, pay really well, and that's, you know, that was a time when wages were really good doing tanker work. And then, you know, these bigger companies think, I'm sure we could get this done cheaper. And that's when they contract it out. But then they go through the whole bidding process and companies bid for it. You know, whoever goes in at the lowest rate gets it, and then pay the drivers, you know, £10 an hour to do it.
Well, yeah, didn't it used to be about 60 grand a year to be a tanker driver? And you came with massive respect, and now you're just another wagon driver.
Yeah, that's right, yeah, because it's just been dwindled down by it being farmed out.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose it's our own faults for accepting a job at such a low pay, but sometimes it's a situation, you need money, you're not just going to turn it down.
No.
Yeah, it's a case of, okay, I can go for this job for £10 an hour, this job for £11 an hour. Neither of them might be worth it, but, you know, you need a job.
Mm.
And I know what a company I used to work for, they did not much ADR, a little bit here and there. But if you were doing an ADR run, you would get paid an extra £1 an hour, which for the wage that was. Like, I would say we were underpaid at that time anyway. So for an extra £1 an hour on top of that, it was definitely not worth it. In my opinion.
There's a company near me at the moment paying 110 £110 a week, but if you're ADR, then they'll pay £120 a week.
That ain't right.
£120 a week.
A day, sorry. You know what I meant.
I thought I was underpaid.
I was going to say that. Who thinks they're underpaid and who thinks they're on the average wage or a good wage?
Well, I think I'm on around about the average at the for Wales anyway, because whatever I've been so far up this way has been around about what I'm on now.
I think my wage could be a little bit better, but I mean, I put in the hours to make up for it not being the most amazing wage. So, yeah, I mean, I work hard, but that's just to get the money up. I mean, if the money was on, if it was on more money now, I'd still be working just as hard anyway. So,
yeah, and I think that's where people get the wrong perception from who aren't trucking, are they? Because they see or they hear talk about drivers taking home £600 a week. But they don't realise that the drivers are putting in 70 hours a week to try and compensate for the poor pay.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Going with what Martin said about you say you're being on average wage, the further down my end you come to Wales, down the west end, the lower the rate drops, like I said, away from London. And I would say I'm not on the greatest money, but I know compared to some further down Pembroke way, I know I'm better than them. But then again, I do put a lot of hours in.
Would I be right in saying, Scott, that you're on about £20 a day less than I am?
I don't know the exact figures, to be fair. I really don't know.
It's a difference, isn't it? You guys are paid by the day.
Yeah.
A lot of people are paid by the hour rather than the day. So.
Yeah, and that's another cop out from the haulage firms is paying by the day when your hour can be your day can be 15 hours long. That's just another cop out. And because how often, if you're paid by the day, are you going to be having a short day?
Yeah.
Versus when you have a long day.
I'm on £12 an hour if I work 12 hours. No, 10 hours. Sorry.
Go on,
Yeah.
Jay.
Well, I'm just going to say, my first class 2 that was paid by the day, but it was because I was paid by the day. I was knocking it off after I don't know, maybe start at 7 o'clock in the morning. I was knocking it on the head by 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not doing any more than that.
Yeah.
When I was on agency, and this was 2015, 2016, sort of that. No, 2016, 2017, that time. The class 2 jobs would range from £9 an hour to about £14 an hour, depending on whether you work a weekend or not. Class 1 jobs were 10 to, say, 18 being a bank holiday. Usually the average was about 10, 11. So I know what people are prepared to pay, because of course that was agency, so they were paying me, say, £11 an hour, and they'd be paying the agency, I don't know, about £14 an hour. So people have the money, and I mean, some places I was there quite long term. I was pretty much a full-time driver.
The thing I found about with working by the day is when I was at CCL, I was paid £120 a day. And when I first started there, it wasn't too bad because your average day would be about 12 hours. So that would work out around about the average wage around here, which is around £10 an hour. But then they started trying to get you to do more, and you were doing 14, 15 hours a day for the same money. So that averaged out then to just over £8 an hour. And that's really...
It's not right, is it?
No.
Well, minimum wage went up this month, April. Is it £8.90, something like that?
I think is it £8.87, something like that? I think something like that.
Hang on, I'm googling it now.
And if that's true, then in some days I'm definitely on less than minimum wage.
There you go. That's the downfall about getting paid a daily rate rather than paid by the hour.
But
For those aged 23 and over, the new rate is £8.91.
yeah, no, I definitely don't earn that. If I do a 15-hour day, I don't earn that.
So if you do an 18-hour day, that would work out about £8.70 an hour.
18-hour day.
A 15-hour day.
I wonder how many haulage companies out there think, okay, pay them the wage, whatever, 15-hour day, but then do a night out. Do they think that tops it up over minimum wage? The night out allowance.
Yeah, probably.
Because technically it's not a wage though, is it? A night out allowance.
Tax-free, isn't it?
No, it's, what do you call it? Well, yeah, an allowance for being away from the lorry to buy your food and drink and all that.
Isn't it like technically a bonus?
I wouldn't say it's a bonus.
No.
No, it's an allowance, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for you to survive.
It's a tax-free allowance.
So basically, we all think we deserve a pay rise.
Essentially, yeah. But anyway, like I said, when I said about working for various different companies of agency and being paid, I know what people are prepared to pay if they have to, and I know what I think a good wage is. And I don't think there are many companies that do pay what should be paid. And I'm not talking about a ridiculous amount, like £1,000 a week. I'm talking just basic what we deserve, you know?
But if you sort of averaged it out, if you had an extra £1 an hour, for the hours that we do, that's £60 to £70 extra a week on £1 an hour.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't seem a lot, but it does add up, especially with the hours that we do.
Yeah, even like 50p an hour.
Yeah.
All adds up over time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm on day rate. I'd be happy with 140 a day.
Yeah, I'm on day rate, and I gotta say, I'd be very surprised if I go to another job after this one where day rate.
I wouldn't accept day rate ever again unless it was set hours.
Yeah. It would have to be set hours for that sort of thing now, really, wouldn't it?
What I will say, though, is it isn't always about money. I mean, I took a pay cut to go to where I am now. I was earning more doing Class 2 work than what I'm on now doing Class 1 work.
Yeah, but it's doing what you're enjoying, isn't it?
You wasn't happy there, though, was you?
But that's the balance, isn't it? It's trying to find happiness as well as money. And I mean, what helps for me and for you guys is that we all do YouTube videos and we make money on that as well. So it sort of like...
Do you? You make money on YouTube?
Since when?
Oh my god!
Pennies, mate. It's beer money.
Pence.
That's all that is.
It is, yeah. Absolutely.
Well, but
it's halfpennies for me, not pence.
You guys, I'm dying to say how much, but I'm not.
We're baiting you, Luke. We're baiting you.
It's too easy. Oh, I'm Luke C. Look at me. I've got so many sponsors.
Yeah, he's got that many. He's forgot how many he was doing a sponsor for.
Yeah.
Oh, what did you message us yesterday? Or was it yesterday?
I don't know.
Like, guys, I've been paid by this company. I don't know who they are.
I got paid by one of my sponsors, but I didn't know which one. And I was like, which one are you? But yeah.
To be fair, Luke, that amount, because you did include the amount on the screenshot. I mean, what kind of that's a bit low, wasn't it?
I get paid £2.50 for every one sold.
No.
Yeah, for every something sold, I get.
Oh,
paid.
that yeah. I've not that one on the head. I just couldn't be bothered with it.
Oh no,
that
one.
No, that's a different one.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
Because if that's £2.50, then I need to send an email.
Well, I've had two.
You need to send an email anyway, Scott.
Yeah,
Two companies have asked me to do some videos for them, and I'm just like, can I be bothered? Is it relevant to my viewers? And then I'm just like, yeah, but I need the money.
Yeah, I blew a sponsor out yesterday because I think I spoke about it on the group chat, but a sponsor.
Yeah, it's the same one that was in touch with me. That's the one you're about to say.
No, the ones with the car parts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They asked for a video, and I told them what would work best and how it, how it would be most effective. And they've said, no, we want this. We want a 5-minute dedicated video. Blah 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 blah. It'll work like this. You'll say this, and I was like, no, thank you. See you later. Bye bye. Because, it would be just detrimental to the channel.
Well, it's your channel, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
And you've turned down a international major brand before now, twice, I believe. So you stand on your principle there. It's your channel, and you're not gonna make it in crap for the viewers. Just to make a quick quid.
Well, yeah, it's taken like 7 years or however long it is to build up, that a loyal, relationship with your audience, and that can be wiped out with one ridiculous ad.
Yeah, I think we've all received emails from various tat companies, whatever they want to call them, and I'd say about 99% of them, none of us accept, really.
No,
it's just not relevant.
Well, apart from Luke does them all.
I don't know. I
Luke's-
accept 5%.
I saw an advert on Facebook the other day for it's like an electric ratchet winder, and I thought I wouldn't pay that for it.
Electric
It's
ratchet
just-
winder.
Yeah. It's within budget. Like it's not too expensive, but it's a little bit like it's. If you don't need that, you just go and get a manual one. Do you know what I mean? So I messaged them and said, send me one of your fancy gadgets, and I'll stick it on my channel and show the viewers. And they said we'll get back to you, and that was the end of that. the one thing I've actually tried.
You're on about electric ratchet winder. I bought like some guy was selling them off eBay.
Stick them in the drill.
Yeah, stick them in the drills. It's basically like a fork on a frisbee.
It's
And to be fair,
kind of like that, but
yeah, that worked absolutely fantastic.
so you lost it.
No, the problem is I just can't be asked. So I spent this money on this frisbee, which again works perfectly well, but I just don't use it.
It's fine until you forget to charge the drill, isn't it?
Or the
I
hook
got-
comes up and twats you in the face.
Yeah.
I've got
I've lost
an inverter in the truck, so that's no problem.
I lost my manual one. I was showing it to this guy. I was delivering to this farm. He goes, "Oh, that's fancy, isn't it?" Yeah, so it's magnetised. So I left it magnetised to the side of the truck and drove off. And obviously, never seen it again. Then.
That's why I
But,
just use the plastic winder once. They're just as easy.
Well, you can't put it down. Well, you can't lose. Well, you can. But I mean, you
Could
don't
leave
leave
it
it stuck to
somewhere,
the
yeah.
side of your truck. But I just picked up this trailer that I've got on the back now, and from the port, and one of the very lovely Northern Irish drivers have just literally unstrapped whatever was on the bed before, and then I now have a snake of nest of ratchets.
I thought you were going to say you've gained a strap winder.
No, I wish I had. But do you know what? I thought I'm sick of winding everybody else up. So I just so literally I've gone on the loading bay here. All I've done is pulled them all off, let them fall on the floor. Once they get loaded, I'm going to put them back on exactly as I found them because I'm sick to death of winding them all up. It just takes so long when you're just using your
That's
hands.
the problem. That's the problem of not having your own trailer in it. When you're constantly swapping trailers and everything, people just don't care, do they?
Well, the thing is, it's common sense in it. I would never ever dream, apart from this one that I'm going to do now, of leaving it to somebody else. But I mean, if I've used ratchets, I wind them up and stick them on the back of the trailer. That is
Yeah.
the way you're being unloaded. There's nothing else to do anyway.
I think we've dangerously talked about trucks for a while there on the
Well,
industry.
Was we supposed to? I mean, I think we went off topic to be honest, but I've no idea what we were supposed to be talking about today. I didn't receive the memo.
We were talking about whether you can earn £1,000 a week truck driving, and I think the answer is yes, if you do YouTube.
Shush, Luke! Don't tell them all.
Can I add a stipulation to that? Yes, if you're Luke C in a HGV.
Do YouTube and got 600 sponsors.
In all honesty, I've actually taken on poorly paid jobs, and the only reason I've been able to do that is because of YouTube. And the reason I've taken on the poorly paid job is because I knew it would be a job that I'd really enjoy.
Well, when I went to Keedwell, it's less than one a year, and I did that based on that. It wouldn't affect me too much because I've got a bit of income coming from YouTube. But because I've not really been uploading that much for a while, the algorithm's gone. I have to rebuild it again. It's like starting from scratch. So I'm not actually
It takes
making.
so long, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I've got a video there I need to release. I've just last night I was going to release it, and I just put my head on the pillow, gone.
So stay tuned for more content by Trucker J.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a lot of footage on the camera, and I'm going to have to delete it and start again because I can't even remember what was filmed. So when it comes to edit it, I'll just be like, what the hell's going on here?
You know, I think
So,
over the
Jay-
past 2 years, Jay, I think you and I have run into each other a few times now, and every time you've been recording, and every time you've been the video.
Well, I mean, last time I bumped into you, you had a check shirt on, you had a cowboy hat on, and you was driving a Scania Scott.
Because he's a
Tang.
tang. Tang, tang, tang.
Yeah. Wait, were we talking about that this podcast or last podcast?
last one.
Oh, I don't know. We might have already spoke about it, yeah. But anyway,
Last week.
what is your onlytangs.com page?
Only
Only
Tangs.
tangs.
Yes. Only Tangs, the best place for pure Tang content.
Coming soon.
Oh, I've just remembered something. Like, do you know, I was touching on the pranks that we normally do when we go to shows and stuff like that.
Yes.
Well, I know of one that's already been organised and is in place on one of you lot.
Oh, come on. I bet it's me. Come on. Stop.
I think it's. I'm just not going to say nothing. But somebody else, one of you lot who's giggling now, you're in on it.
Kev. Kev, why are you giggling?
No. Don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, yes.
Jay, I hope you're not going to give Martin a heart attack now.
No. Don't be doing that. I'm old enough as it is. My heart can't take it.
I'm getting a bit paranoid now because it could be me.
Well, it could be you. Could be.
Bit like I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. It could be you. It might be you. It's not you. Go on,
anyway, sorry about the segue there. It just popped into my head and I thought I will forget this if I wait for a gap in the conversation. Like everything I do.
I'm surprised they're still on the bay, by the way.
I've got a red light on the bay now, which means the loading bay door's open. They've not actually put the loading ramp onto the truck yet because it's not moved. And it's starting then. Yeah, and it's starting to snow, and I've just cleaned that tank of all the because I've polished the tank now. I've just cleaned all the water stains off it, and now it's snowing.
Lovely. That's what you get for being up north, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, I've been most of the week. I've been down south. Every time I come up here, the truck gets dirty, and I go back down south and clean it again.
Yeah. You were at Lecoq.
I was in Lecoq yesterday.
Lecoq. That's on the A350. We talked about that in the last podcast.
It is, yeah.
Yes, I went to the petrol station there to get a coffee, and there was an AA man. He just, as I was pulling into the petrol pumps, he gave a beep and a wave, and then I seen him pull around, and I could see him. He was going to wait for me to come back out and come and say hello, but I was in there that long because for some reason the guy behind the till decided to charge me 3 times for 1 drink. So I had to queue up again and get that sorted. By the time I come out, I think he got bored. He went, "Hi, see ya."
You just reminded me, Joe. I was going to save this for a podcast, but I got stopped by a guy yesterday. I pulled into Raynham's for a cup of coffee, and the guy sort of come up to the cab and he was like, "Oh yeah, I watch you on YouTube," and he goes, "Don't tell Luke." He said, "But I watch you all the rest of you now." He said, "But I don't watch Luke because there's too many adverts."
That's his loss.
Yeah, but the thing is,
or his gain.
I don't know if it was the same guy, but quite a few people have said that to me as well.
Speaking of the adverts, I'm gonna turn the automatic adverts off mine now because I was watching one of mine, but I'm gonna turn it off completely and I'll just do it based on how we used to do it before.
No, I'll tell you what, Jay. The best thing to do is leave them on, but go in there and delete half of them because then the ones that you leave are still placed really well within different, within segments.
Oh yeah. It's a good idea that. So you'll be pleased to know there will be less adverts on mine in the future. It's not us that sets it. It's basically you have to write War and Peace and tick multiple boxes as for every video you upload, and by the time you've done all that, you don't want to be manually placing adverts, so you just tick automatic, and then because Google greedy, they just we'll just plaster it with adverts.
Yeah. I get it all the time. Like I will I'll release a video and then all of a sudden I'll get loads of comments saying this is shit. There's too many adverts. What a load of rubbish. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh damn it! I didn't go on there and delete half of the automatically set Google ads.
I get that as well. This is shit. The adverts are better than your video.
Well, I set one up today. I've obviously edited my vlog last night, which is going to be released this evening. And
plug.
Yeah, well, it's going to be too late by the time this comes out anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
But with regards to the adverts and that, I leave mine on automatic, and I get 2, maybe 3 placed on my video, and that's it.
But your
videos are like 3 hours long.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the one I'm releasing tonight's an hour and a half long, and
I'll put out a 20-minute video, and there'll be like 6 ads on there.
No, there's three on today's. 3 adverts placed.
Maybe Google have finally chilled out. Like
I say, I prefer that.
I think because have you noticed that when all the world's lockdown started, that's when it seems to happen. All the adverts just seems to be like double the adverts on there.
Yeah, they did because everyone was at home. Yeah, everyone was at home watching YouTube, weren't they?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, but the thing
You
is,
bastards.
say when lockdown happened, everyone was working from home, blah, blah, blah. Really, people started making more content on YouTube because they had more free time because they weren't working. So
You
really
don't forget
more...
these kids are off.
Yeah, so they're watching
Yeah.
more YouTube. But then again, they've added the whole thing now where if it is made for kids, then it has no adverts at all. Which is, for anyone listening, it's another hoop not just us, every YouTuber has to jump through to verify your content is a certain way.
And not to mention, we now have to declare any earnings to the American Inland Revenue Service, which is another thing that puts people off doing YouTube. Or,
I still don't really
When
understand that.
But when people criticise your YouTube, I had too many adverts, you got this, or you've done that, or I don't like this, or your music's too loud, or your voiceover's not right, and you think, I can't swear now on here, can I? Have we ticked the box yet saying explicit?
Yeah, go for
you
it.
can swear. Yeah,
I just think, fuck off.
Oh,
We've got no
yeah.
idea what we do in the background.
yeah.
There's
How
so
much
many
effort
things.
it takes.
Yeah, there is, and it's not just apart from the editing. There's so many different like legal things you've got to do as well. You've got your taxes, and you've got to declare it. You've got to declare it now with the American Inland Revenue Service, and find codes that you've no idea what the hell they are, and you can't find what they mean.
Yeah, it's all getting very complex now, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think that all this makes it sound like, based on the whole conversation we've had today, makes it sound like we earn probably a lot more money than we actually do.
Oh yeah.
Wishful thinking.
Well, apart from Luke,
yeah. Apart from Luke, yeah.
money bags.
Well, going back to the old advert thing, I actually very nearly put a video up the other day. My most recent video I uploaded, it had like 15 ads on as standard, and I removed 5. Yeah, it's an awful lot.
So there was 20 to begin with, and you left 15.
I don't know how many are on there right now. No.
Look, do you remember a time you had, I don't know what the video was called, but basically you had to go over a bridge that was a weak bridge or something, or you had to go down a road just before. Anyway, that video, it did very well for you, and you thought, sod it, I'll stick a bazillion adverts at the beginning.
Yeah, well, that was for shits and giggles, wasn't it?
And it nosedived.
We did
It went
sell him
really
that.
badly. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you proper killed that one.
Oh, I don't care. I made my money on it.
What I
Luke's
used to
seeing a
do with the
HEV in as a gentleman.
I used to put one within the first 3 minutes, then about every 10 minutes after that, and I think that worked.
Yeah, that's what I tend to go for. Well, the thing is people complain that you've got like 4 adverts on a half an hour, video, but they're quite happy to watch ITV when there's only one ad break, but there's like 15 ads during that.
Yeah. Oh, they've never obviously watched American TV then, because they're every 5 minutes.
Oh god, yeah. Even through like major sporting events and everything, they'll just cut away from a major sporting event, even if it's like a real highlight. You'll just have like 10 minutes of adverts.
The Super Bowl basically just one big advert.
Yeah.
The halftime show is like the most sought after ad space in the world or something like that.
it
yeah,
is.
That's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
They go for like hundreds of millions, don't they, depending which game it is. Like, just
Oh,
to
yeah.
place an
Yeah.
advert. Do you reckon we can get an advert on there then, or what?
Why, have you got 100 million in the bank?
Leave it with me.
Well, I actually probably got close to that in Iraqi money, yeah? Got Monopoly money, that'll do.
But yeah, I hate it when the ads just pop up. When the ads just pop up all of a sudden. I was listening to the radio the other day, and all of a sudden there's some sort of announcement saying someone's died. I'm like, oh, God, couldn't understand it.
Oh, Philly.
Yeah. But was anybody listening to the radio at that time? Right, because I like the kind of radio stations that I listen to is
Old.
no
Well, that's
Online
me.
radio.
That's me.
Kistery. I'm gonna say Kistery.
Yeah, Kistery, Heart Dance, that type of thing, right? But all day yesterday, after the death was announced of Prince Philip, they just played like slow, soppy.
Do you know why?
Do
you know why they've done this? It's actually official protocol, and I only know this because I got stuck in a YouTube wormhole and watched a video about what happens when the Queen dies.
I've seen the same video.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, obviously it's going to be something very similar for Prince Philip as well.
Yeah.
So it's all prearranged. They're like the obituary. Is it the obituary they call it? That's all
Yeah.
redone. They just add new
Oh,
photos.
it's nuts! It was like every single radio station I went to. That was just like playing all this.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
real
it's-
slow, soppy music.
It's all the official protocol.
Yeah.
It's
And
all
do you know? And do
written.
you know what? It was so well planned that I watched. There was a YouTube video when it was announced on the news, and there was a news reporter,
I've
and she
seen
was
it.
sat there wearing her normal clothes. Yeah. And then it was announced that the death of Prince Philip, and that cut to like B-roll for 2 or 3 minutes, and then it cut back to her again, and she was just wearing all black, like real
mourning
goth stuff.
clothes, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
It's like they knew.
And so like, they were that prepared for it.
It's a conspiracy.
One day I'll die and they do the same.
No, we'll all be
Who
wearing
will?
pink.
Bright colours when you go, mate. Don't worry about that.
It'll have it monetised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna live stream my funeral.
The funeral would
To
be
my
pay
YouTube
per view.
His coffin will have
Pay-per-view.
adverts on it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That.
There'll be a paywall
Pay-
in your funeral, depending on where you want
Yeah.
to sit.
What was it? Cersei pink, Luke? Was it your favourite colour? Cersei pink, was it?
No, I think it was nude,
that?
wasn't it?
Nude. Yeah,
Nude
that's
colour.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nude colour.
nude coloured spandex.
Private joke, guys. Private joke.
Yeah, we're not saying that he likes to wear nude coloured spandex.
All for a price.
And anyway, before Luke's head explodes, we're gonna end this podcast.
Hang on a minute. Hang on.
Oh,
Carry on. I was going to say, but you could say you're going to end it with. I was going to see
With
what else you're going to end it
a
with.
completely random WhatsApp message.
No, but,
No, but it would be hilarious to see a foreskin tug along fucking fanny flaps.
What was that?
wow. Where did that come from? I don't remember that.
I don't know.
That one.
Can we use that one?
Luke? Luke, where did that come from? What context was that in?
I have absolutely no idea. I cannot remember.
For those that don't know, right, basically we're in a WhatsApp group, and if anyone hears anything, somebody saying something silly, or you could like funny, or potentially, you just save it, and then you just pull it back up later on. So that is what we're doing now. Someone saved a clip of Luke saying that on the WhatsApp group.
And it
So,
could have been from years
any
ago,
time,
so
yeah,
we
that
don't
could have
know
been
when it was.
Well, that was from March 2020. If anyone's wondering.
Play that again. Play that again.
No, please don't play it again. You don't need to play it.
It's gone
Is
now.
it
I don't
gone
think I
now?
can find it.
Oh yes,
Oh.
that's
No.
fine then. You don't.
Well,
need
play another then.
I got it. It's one of these.
Yeah, I think. Oh, fuck, the truth's got out. I will end you all.
What? Luke never makes any sense.
I don't know what I said there.
Anyway,
Oh, brilliant.
that's all
Brilliant.
from us, the Road Legends, on this podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. You can catch us on all your favourite podcasting sites, so please share about and give us a thumbs up, rate 5 stars wherever you listen. So if you would like to get in contact with us, our email address is roadlegends@yahoo.com.
No,
We
no,
like-
no, 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 no. Do it again.
Our email address is roadlegends@yahoo.com.
That's gonna stick. It's gonna stick.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's like, this is like the whole my wife thing from the Car
Oh,
Throttle
yes, on
podcast.
Car Throttle, yes. My wife.
And I just want to take this opportunity just to mention my Type R. Thank you.
No.
Well, hang on.
No.
I've got something to say as well, which I think we forgot to mention. Truckfest Peterborough, we've got you a 20% discount, and the code is TF 202020. So if you go online and book in the Peterborough, that's the discount on. I think it's on the day tickets. So yeah. Anyway, just get that out there before I forget.
So
Well
that's
done, Jay.
TF 202020.
Yep.
Yes. Tango Foxtrot 202020.
It's
No,
just not
stop.
snappy at all.
It's not very memorable.
What does the TF stand for?
Truckfest, you dingler.
Oh my god, that just clicked with me.
Yeah. Suppose it does.
I thought they were taking the mick then, Jay. I thought they were taking the mick then.
It does. It stands for totally forgot.
Yeah.
Alright. So anyway, that's all from us. Thank you for watching and listening. Listening, not watching. Roger only. Shut up, Scott.
Thanks, Scott. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care, all. Toodles.
And yeah, goodbye. What do you call a person who tops up cereal?
Go on.
A serial killer.
Oh.
I don't get it.
Sake.
On that note,
Good enough.
You know what? How
Good
long have we
enough.
do this podcast? I'm still not loaded. Bye.